Salam Mufti. I am giving a khutbah tomorrow on the honor of being a Muslim and da'wah. Any tips?
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for giving me an idea for my khutbah tomorrow. Perhaps that's what we'll talk about. Inshallah, you'll get the reward for that. As far as tips, then the first tip is to put your trust in Allah. Refresh and renew your covenant with Allah Azza wa Jalla, that you're His servant, you're His slave, and your forehead is in His hand, Azza wa Jalla. Put your trust in Allah. Ask Allah to give you strength, to give you power. Ask Allah to put the fluidity and the eloquence upon your tongue. Ask Allah to give you the necessary courage and confidence. Because I'm telling you, it may look easy, or you may think it's easy, but it takes a lot to do it. And to do it over and over again takes a lot. You need strength from Allah, you need confidence to speak to the people, to talk to people, especially in light of the reality that when the Imam says, Ya ayyuhan nas, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, ittaqullah. And he himself is saying this, and he's a sinner. I'm a sinner. I have sins. I have mistakes. I have shortcomings. Even if it's not a sin, but just a shortcoming of a human being, let alone me personally. So it takes courage to do this. So ask Allah for that courage. And as Musa alayhi salatu wasalam said, وَحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِسَانِي يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي. He asked Allah to remove the knots from his tongue for the people to understand him. So ask Allah Azza wa Jalla. وَاسْأَلْ اللَّهَ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. Ask Allah from His bounty. Because Allah Azza wa Jalla is Alim. He's all knowing of all things. So that's step number one. Step number two is make sure that you prepare well. Prepare well. If you plan to speak for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, prepare a speech for an hour and amount and content. But don't make your game plan to talk that long. Have extra. Extra. When you trim something and the trimming's all over the floor, have extra. Make sure that you have extra because you may get done quicker or faster. You may forget something. If I forget this hadith, I'm not going to forget what? That one. Give yourself a backup plan. Give yourself a load of ammunition. Inshallah ta'ala, make your plan for the time that you want to speak, but have preparation for much more than that. Another step is to avoid anxiety. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Do not sweat. The more nervous you are, the people will realize that. And the less powerful your message will be. And there's certain gestures or movements or articles of clothing that you can wear that proves nervousness. Fiddling and fudging in with your fingers, hands in your pockets, leaning. Be relaxed. Let your posture be relaxed, natural. Put your trust in Allah. Take a deep breath before you start the khutbah. Deep breath. Seek Allah's refuge. And inshallah ta'ala, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. You're not meant to be Ibn Taymiyyah for the first time. You're not going to be Ibn Qayyim for the first time. But you have to start somewhere, somehow. Inshallah ta'ala. Last but not least, is to make your message to your brothers and sisters in Al-Islam a talk. Talk to your brothers and sisters. Speak to them how you would speak to yourself. Speak to them in a casual, leisurely manner. Starting off from the first. Inshallah, hopefully in the near future, we'll have a book, inshallah, a manual, training manual, that'll be published on how the art of giving a khutbah. And inshallah, hopefully we'll do some classes on it as well. On the practical ways of learning the fundamentals of the khutbah and also adding your own spice and making your own style. And Allah knows best.